Story 1 of 6. 5-year-old girl's abduction, murder, and community unrest in Alice Springs, NT. 5-year-old girl's abduction, murder, and community unrest in Alice Springs, NT. Here's what every outlet agrees on. 5-year-old girl, referred to as Kumanjayi Little Baby, went missing from old-timers Ilaperoni Town Camp in Alice Springs on April 25, 2026, around 11:30 p.m. Her body was found approximately 5 kilometers south of Old Timers Town Camp near the Todd River on April 30, 2026, around midday. Jefferson Lewis, 47, was arrested on April 30, 2026, after being found unconscious at Charles Creek Town Camp, having been severely beaten by a mob. Lewis was charged with the murder of Kumanjayi Little Baby and 2 counts of sexual assault on May 3, 2026, and is expected to appear in Darwin Local Court on May 7, 2026. Violent riots erupted outside Alice Springs Hospital on April 30, 2026, after Lewis's arrest, involving around 400 people, with police using tear gas and rubber bullets to disperse the crowd. But not all outlets told the same story. The Guardian and ABC described the riot as a response to grief and anger over Kumanjayi Little Baby's death, while The Age and News.com.au emphasized the riot as an act of vigilante justice and looting. The Guardian and News.com.au mention that Lewis was beaten to within an inch of his life before his arrest, while ABC and The Age describe him as unconscious but not specifying the severity of his injuries. The ABC and Guardian mention that Lewis was arrested at a residence in Alice Springs, while News.com.au and The Age state he was found at Charles Creek Town Camp after being beaten by a mob. This story was covered by ABC News, The Guardian, News.com.au, SBS News, Sydney Morning Herald and The Age. Story 2 of 6. Britney Spears pleads guilty to DUI charge after arrest in California. Britney Spears pleads guilty to DUI charge after arrest in California. Here's what every outlet agrees on. Britney Spears was charged with a single misdemeanor count of driving under the combined influence of alcohol and at least one drug in Ventura County, California. Spears was arrested on March 4, 2026, after being pulled over for driving her black BMW fast and erratically on US 101 near her home. She was released on bail the following day, March 5, 2026, after being taken to Ventura County Jail. Spears voluntarily entered a substance abuse treatment facility just over a month after the arrest, around April 2026. Her arraignment was set for Monday, May 5, 2026, in Ventura County. But not all outlets told the same story. The ABC article mentions Spears was previously charged in 2007 for hit and run and driving without a valid license, but The Guardian does not reference this prior charge. The Guardian states Spears has essentially retired as an artist in recent years, releasing only a few collaborative singles since her last full album in 2016, while ABC adds she released singles in 2022 and 2023 with Elton John and will.i.am but has since said she will not return to the music industry. This story was covered by ABC News and The Guardian. Story 3 of 6. Australia's phased windback of EV fringe benefits tax discounts begins in 2027. Australia's phased windback of EV fringe benefits tax discounts begins in 2027. Here's what every outlet agrees on. The full FBT exemption for EVs will end for vehicles priced over $75,000 from April 2027, with a 75% FBT rate applied, 25% discount, to those above $75,000 but below the luxury car tax threshold, $91,387. From April 2029, all EVs will be taxed at a 75% FBT rate, 25% discount, except luxury EVs, above $91,387, and used EVs pre-July 2022, which will pay full FBT. The EV FBT exemption was introduced in 2023 and was initially projected to cost $605 million over 7 years, 2022 to 2029, but now costs $1.35 billion this financial year, 2026, and is estimated at $10.1 billion over the same period. EV sales surged to 15% of new car sales in March 2026, up from 7.5% a year earlier, with Tesla and Polestar sales up 47% year-on-year in the first 4 months of 2026. The government's phased windback aims to encourage manufacturers to offer more affordable EVs, citing increased availability of cheaper models due to new vehicle efficiency standards. But not all outlets told the same story. The ABC states the 2026 financial year cost of the EV FBT exemption is $1.35 billion, while The Guardian cites Treasury's estimate of $1.35 billion for the same year but does not explicitly state the exact figure for 2026, instead focusing on the $10.1 billion 7-year projection. The ABC describes the 2027 phase as a 75% FBT rate, 25% discount, for EVs over $75,000, while The Guardian states a 25% FBT discount, 75% rate, for EVs over $75,000 but below $91,387, implying a slight difference in phrasing but not substance. The ABC mentions the original forecast was $90 million for 2026, while The Guardian cites $605 million over 7 years, 2022 to 2029, as the initial projection, with no direct contradiction but differing timeframes. This story was covered by ABC News and The Guardian. Story 4 of 6. Sydney Lord Mayor cancels Globalise the Intifada forum amid controversy. Sydney Lord Mayor cancels Globalise the Intifada forum amid controversy. Here's what every outlet agrees on. Sydney Lord Mayor Clover Moore cancelled an event titled Why It Is Right to Say Globalise the Intifada, scheduled for Tuesday night in a council-owned building, East Sydney Community Arts Centre. The NSW Jewish Board of Deputies welcomed the cancellation, stating it had been engaging intensively with the council about the event. Moore cited heightened anxiety and division and the timing of the Royal Commission on Anti-Semitism and Social Cohesion hearings as reasons for the cancellation. The event was organised by the Stop the War on Palestine group. Moore stated she long supported the principles of peaceful assembly, protest and freedom of speech but emphasised balancing these with public safety and respect for all members of our diverse community. But not all outlets told the same story. The ABC states the NSW Jewish Board of Deputies said the phrase Globalise the Intifada was recognised by a NSW parliamentary inquiry, while The Guardian does not mention this specific inquiry. This story was covered by ABC News and The Guardian. Story 5 of 6. Car ramming incident in Leipzig kills 2, injures others, driver arrested. Car ramming incident in Leipzig kills 2, injures others, driver arrested. Here's what every outlet agrees on. 2 people were killed in the incident on Grimmerisch Street in Leipzig city centre. At least 2 people were seriously injured in the incident. A damaged Volkswagen SUV was involved in the attack, with a person, later identified as a young woman or girl, on top of the vehicle. The incident occurred on Monday, May 4, 2026, in Leipzig, Germany. The driver, a 33-year-old man with German citizenship, was arrested and no longer posed a threat to the public. But not all outlets told the same story. The Guardian and ABC mention a stabbing was reported by Bild, but this is not confirmed by other sources, and The Guardian does not explicitly state it occurred. ABC states at least 20 were lightly injured, while Newskamau says at least 25 were injured, with Bild reporting at least 8 injuries, likely referring to serious injuries. Newskamau and ABC describe the person on the car as a girl or young woman, but The Guardian does not specify gender. This story was covered by ABC News, The Guardian, and news.com.au. Story 6 of 6. Europe seeks to rebuild global order amid US-Nato tensions and geopolitical shifts. Europe seeks to rebuild global order amid US-Nato tensions and geopolitical shifts. Here's what every outlet agrees on. Mark Carney, Canadian Prime Minister, stated at the European Political Community (EPC) summit in Yerevan, Armenia, that the international order will be rebuilt, but it will be rebuilt out of Europe. The EPC summit took place in Yerevan, Armenia, on May 4, 2026, amid tensions in the Strait of Hormuz and concerns over US commitment to NATO. Donald Trump announced the withdrawal of more than 5,000 US troops from Germany, raising concerns about NATO reliability. Keir Starmer, British Prime Minister, said at the summit that there is more tension in the alliances than there should be and that leaders' responses to these tensions would define what goes on for many years. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky warned that Russia faces a crucial moment in the summer to either expand the war or move to diplomacy, emphasizing the need to maintain sanctions. But not all outlets told the same story. The Guardian does not mention Trump imposing a 25% tariff on EU cars, while ABC reports this as a key development following Merz's criticism of US military actions in the Middle East. The Guardian does not specify Zelensky's claim that Ukraine is fully ready for EU accession negotiations within 2 months, while ABC explicitly includes this detail. The Guardian does not mention NATO chief Mark Rutte's admission of disappointment on the US side over Europe's support for the Iran war, only that Europeans were now providing logistical support. This story was covered by ABC News and The Guardian.